Now, in terms of pickup placement, the closer you are to the bridge, clearly, the brighter the tone will be. The closer the neck, the more of the fundamental you'll hear. And this has to do with the nodes and the antinodes that fall in different places across the neck. If you were to play an open A, the ends of the string and the nut are the nodes. They don't move. The antinode is the place where most of that movement happens, and that's at the 12th fret, the exact halfway point between the nut and the bridge. If you do a little wave theory, the wavelength of an A 110 hertz is twice the length of a string, because when you think about it, the string has to make it all of its way up and then all of its way down. That's twice the length of a string. If you were to gently pull the string back at the 12th fret, you would hear a lot of the fundamental right here at the 12th fret, but very few people play their guitars right here, right? Plus it doesn't really look that cool. So you play back here because of all of those reflections that go up and down the string, you know, multiple times, multiples of that 110 hertz bounce around the string at the same time. It's kind of hard to visualize because of a section of the string can only be at one place at one time, but multiple harmonics all vibrate around and cancel each other out so that you have really a constantly changing complex waveform moving along the string that represents not only the fundamental, but also those harmonics along there too. If you softly pull that string halfway through there, you'll hear pretty much just the fundamental. You strike the string back here, or hit the string hard, you'll invoke a bunch more of those harmonics. Anyway, on most guitars, you'll have selectors to bring up more of the fundamental at the neck position, or more of the higher frequencies at the bridge position, bringing up this pickup here. On a lot of Fenders, you'll also have an angled bridge pickup to bring up the higher harmonics. You can see that's closer there of the higher strings too, and less comparatively of the low E here. Now there are clearly good and bad places to position a pickup, and I hear a lot about the magical 24th fret, you know, exactly halfway through here. And there's a lot of good math to support that in terms of not wanting to place the pickup at a node of several harmonics, but there's a fatal flaw to that reasoning, and that's because all those calculations are based on open strings. The nodes shift as the string becomes shorter, and so that mystical magical position to catch all that, you know, that perfect node on your guitar it's really a moving target as you fret up and down the neck. Now there's one more type of pickup that you might find on a guitar, and that's a hex or MIDI pickup. In guitar sense, where you play any connected keyboard or MIDI module, you have a special pickup that's actually 6 pickups in one that track the pitch of each string separately. They translate that pitch into a MIDI note number that can trigger the guitar synthesizer or any other connected module. Now it's a tall order to be able to do this because a MIDI keyboard just has to have a contact underneath each key to sense its pitch. A guitar synth needs to track that pitch and also pitch bend, as well as, you know, when you perform vibrato. And keep in mind that lower notes take longer to perform their full wave cycle, and that can be enough milliseconds to introduce latency, which can kind of kill the feeling of your playing. Fortunately, this tracking has gotten significantly better lately with each newer model that comes out. So it basically translates that into something that then can go out to any connected synth. So this is a guitar that has a specific MIDI pickup on it. There are also other ones that will just allow you to plug in any guitar and then turn that into MIDI. There's also some that'll just do that through USB. So that's the story in terms of guitars. Obviously there are many more models out there to try, but it would be impossible to list them all here. It really is a monumental compliment to visionaries like Leo Fender that his designs have basically remained unchanged since the middle of the 20th century. That's pretty amazing. Now, a guitar is it's a fairly simple machine. It's basically a fixed N resonator with electromagnetic transducers that generate small amounts of AC or alternating current that move onwards to create killer tone. But again, if the signal chain ended right here, rock and roll would be this loud. That's no good. Let's go ahead and look onward to the amplificators.